Do-ba-dub-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, hello there. Hi. Oh, disembodied voices, you're back. I wasn't expecting you till 5. But oh well, you know, sometimes the disembodied voices come a little bit early. That's fine. You're supposed to be here at 5 a.m. Guess you don't know what timing is. Anywho, welcome back to Somebody Voice. See, today I was just plotting and planning some bigger buildings, you know? I really was looking into how I could make them work. And today we're gonna take a big chunk of the city and start designing it to make it more medieval and more fanciful. Fanciful. You know what? It's fine. Fantasy. There we go. See, I did it. Anyway, let's get right into it. Let's go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Don't forget to eat spaghetti. And of course, you can call me the Wizard or Cornelius. Now that we've got that out of the way, let's go. Now, if you remember, last time we did a lot of work on these lights here. Yes, they're quite nice, aren't they? The steampunky, medievally type lights. Very nice, very nice. And of course the path. The path I like too. All of it had to be changed to bring it from modern to medieval. And honestly, I like the change. I think it did definitely do the job. Don't know if it's really my color scheme. I'm using colors that I wouldn't usually use. I mean, they're not blues, purples, or whites, or blacks, or... Yeah, they're browns, and orangey browns, and yellowy browns. Lots of brown. Wow, so beige and boring. Anywho, it's kind of the vibe, and we're trying to make a city, a modern city, into something more medieval. And today, I want to take on some, a bigger project. These 3 buildings, to be exact. We have the fireworks store, we have the dye store, we have the wool store, and I believe at the back we have the sand store. And just come through here. Yes. There we are, the sand store. Now these 4 stores are going to be completely taken over and changed into something more medieval. Now, of course, there is going to have to be a few larger changes. With the wool store, everything's going to be fine, although from the sounds of it, I will need to collect a whole bunch of new sheep, as there doesn't seem to be any sounds coming from the inside. So I'm going to imagine all the sheep are dead. They died in transit. So we're going to have to get them coming back. I mean, yes, we do have a whole bunch of wool in here, I believe. Yeah, well, wow. See, look at all that. Oh, glass there. Yeah, maybe we don't need them right now. I don't think we're gonna need them anytime soon. So we'll deal with that later. But we do have to kind of give this more of a de-evolution per se. It's a little too white and clean. Here, the dye store, for some reason, had water. I'm not entirely sure why. It's all the different dyes, but it kind of looks like chests hanging from an ocean bed or something. This will need to be redesigned somehow. I don't like that. And we could always change this into ebony wood, or we could change the color. We'll see. And this one, well, fireworks aren't exactly something we sell. Yes, I wouldn't say in the medieval times we need fireworks. Just gonna point that out. So what can we turn it into instead? Not fireworks. I mean, a light store could be nice. Having a giant glowing light going all the way to the top could be interesting. Very beams all the way through, you know? And of course, when you walk in here, there's lots of redstone and hanging things. I like these, but they're a bit too modern. I feel like these 4 buildings have a huge issue of just being way too modern. The color schemes are too bright and cheerful, or dark and clean. And this is probably the least modern one, and probably take the least amount of work. We're gonna have to make it into more of a temple, though. I'll take the shape, but those little topper areas are gonna get a bit of an add-on. Especially when they're next to these ones, which, you know, are a bit more mute of color and have a different vibe. Alright, I think first thing is first, we're gonna start with this one, the fireworks store. Turning it into a giant light store, you know, for torches and such. Which means we're gonna have a giant light pole in there. All these will have to be turned into white wood, maybe? Like the mangroves, like the ones over there. And I'm thinking of more of a yellow color, a yellow wood to go here, you know? And we'll change the trapdoors to something a bit nicer as well. I think that will all be good. So, first we'll start on the frame. The walls need to be changed immediately. I would even like to change those windows. I feel like they're a bit too, well, they're not very marked, are they? A bit too see-through. I can see through them. They're too clean. Too clean. Alright, let's get to it. Time to take out some frames. Well, there's one frame. Kinda looks a bit, silly right now, though. Looks like a hairy spider or a strange-looking chair. Oh, dear. What I'm thinking of doing is filling in the, glass with this, but the yellow's kind of not looking great. Might have to do the white. I am using a yellow wood to kind of accent it, and white mangroves up there. Not entirely sure what I want to do with the floor, but I need to keep it in the light colors. All of this is very hard because you want to give the essence of light, but not just make it all white, or all yellow, or orange, or all red, depending on, you know, what type of light it's coming from. It could be fire. However, I do want to have trapdoors as kind of the ceiling. I want the yellow or a white glass for the windows and the window panes, and then maybe a terracotta for the bottom? We'll see. Something good. This shop has got to have a bit of a flash, pizzazz. I mean, it is a light store after all. It's got to have some lights. And not just these pathetic little mushroom lights out the front. Oh, dear. But no, I should probably go get some more glass. Now that's a beautiful white building. So clear. So foggy. Okay, maybe not so clear. I could definitely crash into that. Yeah, the fog around the top. Yes. Well, it's nice. See, you come in here and there's this beautiful big glowstone tower. I like to you know, add bits and pieces to it. You've got the little stalls here, chest there, stall here, chest there. As you look up, you get into the trap doors. I wanted trap doors up there instead of glass because I like the idea of having roofs. You know, and even though rain pitter-pattering down on here is lovely, I believe there needs to be shadowing so that lights fully, you know, get their space and show off their full shine. Plus, I like yellow and white together. It's lovely. Don't often use those colors and don't have to use them together. But certainly, at the end of the day, it was a good choice. Loving these trapdoors, too. But this is one building down and 3 to go. Next, of course, we have the dye store. Oh, jeez. This one's gonna be rough, because I'm not entirely sure what to do with this one. I still want to make it about dyes, but I feel like it should be more floral, you know? Maybe be more about the fact that the dyes mostly come from, well, flowers, and not ink sacs, which is what I think was trying to be made here. We'll see. And maybe opening up that top area. You know what? This could be made into a mountain. You know, cascading down the waters instead of blocking it off like that. Could replace this all with stone, cobblestone. Make this into a cave. I like that idea. First we'll build the cave and then we'll give it some details. Yes. And then the inside has got to be worked on a bit. I feel like just putting pillars here and here, you know, just, I don't mind this, but maybe not chains, maybe like on top of things, like moss, or like bushes and leaves. Yes, if we could find colored bushes and leaves, they would look lovely to have the color underneath it. Oh, okay. I got it. The ideas are flowing through my brain, my very, very big brain. Yes, very big. Oh, sorry, disembodied voices. I'm talking to you as if you know what's happening, as if you're part of my mind. You're part of my mind, right? I'm not going crazy, am I? No. It's fine. Simply magic. Look at it. Oh, a waterfall from, well, out of nowhere. And they say there's no magic in the world. Well, guess what? I'm a wizard and I'm saying there is. We have the new dye store, and as you can probably say, or you can probably tell, it's not as tall as it originally was. There used to be a big piece here. I tried to emulate that by making basically an invisible waterfall. I kind of like it more as an invisible waterfall than an actual waterfall. But when you come in here, you can see all the colorful. Look at this. I had to use these because there was no black leaves or white leaves or gray leaves. But the rest all had a nice color. Look at all these. Oh, it's perfect. And of course, the dye salesman would sit here and be like, "Oh yes, come in, come in." You know, as dye salesmen do. Their dye sales, dye sales, oh god, it sounds terrible each time. Dye salesmen often sit here and go, "Oh yes, come in." That's exactly what they do. Of course. I just like the ambiance in here, and you can even see little pieces coming off there. And the ceiling is just mossy stone. Oh, it's so lovely. It's also, of course, the top of this part, which is actually there's a little pond up there. This goes down into a little pond. And I tried to make sure that I gave it some nature touches, as you can see, with some mossy stone. I definitely like those little mossy caps. It definitely adds something. Tried to put a little bit of a shape around here. And it was hard to blend it in. But often you have those problems where you're trying to blend in a natural build inside of something not so natural. And I will point out that originally it was a building, not a pile of rock. It was a building that I turned into a pile of rock. And I much prefer this pile of rock to the building. Not gonna lie. You might not like it, but I do. Definitely do. Alright, so before we go on to the whole wool problem over here, I think it more important that we start on this little place right here. This is supposed to be the sand salesman, and I honestly, this already looks pretty fine. Like, not gonna lie, it's not that it's modern. It's just very sand-like. It's just a tower of sand. I think the things that we could change, however, is maybe the glass, changing the type of glass, changing the shape of the roofs, making these pillars inside a bit more pillory, and giving these lights well, something, because they're just kind of hanging here, and I don't like that. Otherwise, everything was pretty okay. It's pretty simple. It's pretty nice. Gives out the same vibes as most of the other ones. So yeah, just a few simple changes can do a whole lot, though, as you could see with these builds. Right, let's make this build look more like a temple. I like temples. Do you like temples? Although surely temples is a type of drink, though I don't like to drink, well, not on the job. Well, this sure is a bit more flashy, and, oh, very bright. Very, oh god, so bright. Oh, good, oh no, so bright. Oh, jeez. Okay, right. Well, we've made it look a bit more, a bit nicer with the materials. We've got some blazers here, some chairs, pillars all the way to the top. The windows are very, very, very bright. You can barely see. And I don't know where we can go to see it, but there is a nice tower. Let's climb up this thing, shall we? There we go. I did a little pyramid on top. I thought it looked cute. It's kind of like a dookie. Little yellow dookie, but it's also a pyramid, so you know. But I like it. I think it's fun. It's like a yellow lit up dookie on a giant table. Poop on a table. We do love poop on a table, and we only have one left. Ow! That hurt. But we only have one left, and it's for the sheep. Oh, the cute little adorable sheep. Again, I don't think I'm gonna change much about that one. I think it's only going to be a swap of materials. So this is going to be swapped for the mangrove, and all these pieces are going to be replaced with mangrove pieces. Excuse me, sir. Rude. And then probably the inside is swapped with something else. It's not concrete, you know. Probably we'll have to swap all this as well, and the ceilings, and this can stay. I feel like that can stay. But yes, just taking all the modern aspects out of this and just removing them completely. I feel that this is good. This is gonna be easy. I say that, but it's a very, 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 very big build, so maybe not so easy. I think it's gonna be easy, but take a long time. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Easy, but takes a long time. Although we have already got 3 done, and they look a bit crazy. It looks like the shopping district of an SMP right now, and I kind of enjoy that vibe, you know, just having difference of styles altogether. Oh, these flowers look beautiful. I made such a good choice with this one. Yes, I did. Anywho, let's get to it. I have to watch out and make sure that none of those goddamn flying demons come back. I'll give them this and that and this. Oh, yeah, they'll take it. Oh, alright. Alright, let's begin. Let's break all these. Right. I know you've probably not been enjoying the snippets of me showing you what the world is slowly evolving into, but trust me, it's a very boring process. I'm literally just breaking blocks and then replacing them. It would be nice to do it in a time-lapse, I suppose. But I kind of like the end time-lapse where you show what you had and then you show the end result. I kind of like that kind of time-lapse. Maybe it's not that good, but like, maybe it is. You know, I always question myself and my skills. No, either way, as you can see, we replaced it with some bricks, some nice white terracotta bricks, and some mangroves. I actually like the windows, by the way. I've been so anti these white clear windows with all the other builds, but you know what? They actually look fine here. I also added some fence pieces to the edges, and I'm replacing all of the smooth slabs with some white mangrove slabs. We're going to do the same to the top of the roof as well, which I still have to do. And the inside just here still needs to get done. As you can see, I've been testing some things out, trying to get stuff done here. And we have swapped some of the pieces to the new medieval stuff. But so far, we're just trying to make it work, especially because I know just under here are hoppers, which are definitely making my life a little more difficult. Oh, well, you know, it's not much. But either way, we just have to replace these. I'm thinking of maybe some pillars. If we could find some pillars of some kind, we're going to use those glowstone lantern-y type things up the top. Put in a lot of white mangrove wood, which I'm actually going to probably go a little bit lower with this. It's being that the roof doesn't need to be as high as it is currently. So there's just a little bit of editing to do, you know? I actually like this building, though. I think it looks rather nice. Although I'm really a big fan of these, like, little detailed windows. I've got to experiment with this more. Maybe use some glass blocks instead of glass panes in the center or something. Get some trapdoors as, like, shutters. Really have to start experimenting more with my builds. Although this isn't really an experimental time. This is more of a get stuff done sort of time, but definitely in the future have to consider that. Yes, definitely in the future. Either way, let's do the finer details. I mean, this is our final build. Oh, so happy with this. I like the textures. Right, we have it. Here we go. I'm ready. We filled the inside with terracotta. I decided it would go with the walls, being that they're white terracotta walls. I thought some white terracotta, well, I guess it's just white terracotta, would go really well here. Replaced all of this with the white, and look at it. It's so much more modern and pretty, and I think it goes really well with the lamps as well, because of the pinkish tones going with the orangey reddish tones. And yeah, there we go. We've got 3 buildings done. 4. Oh, I keep forgetting about the sand one at the back. I really didn't do much to that one. We could turn the fireworks store into a glowstone kind of light store. We turned the ink and dye thing into almost a cave full of leaves and beautiful stuff. I actually do like those leaves. Look at all these leaves. Definitely could decorate with these more. I definitely got to think about that next time we do. We look into a Friendly Kingdoms, maybe Friendly Kingdoms Season 2. Ooh, Friendly Kingdoms Season 2. I did like my building world. Anywho, then we have the wool store, which was the biggest of the projects. I've got to admit, it did take the longest. And then when we come through here, we have the sand store, which I actually like the little touches. It was only changed a tiny bit, but I feel like it was just changed enough. You know, just a tiny bit, but just enough. I also like that there were a little bit more details added to all the bits and pieces. You can't simply remake and remodel. You have to add more details, make it look a bit nicer. I just like the brick. White terracotta brick. Beautiful. Either way, we're finally finished this section. I feel so good about it. Gonna have a little time lapse before the outro, just so you're able to see what everything that was done, you know. It will show before and after. Oh, it's gonna be so lovely, so great. I like doing the little before and after so you can see what it turned into. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's just more in theme. But I'm very excited because I've invited Deirdre to come see it. Oh, I hope she likes it. I really do. I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous. She might not like it, you know. She might think that this place is a little, well, what's the word? Crafty? Oh. Well, I hope she does like it. I really, I'm just going to show her around, you know. It's just going to show her each place and hopefully she'll tell me it's wonderful, and we might even go on a date or something. I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh, I haven't seen her in quite some time, and I don't know how long it's been in her world, you know? Because time moves differently in her world. She's in a different planet called the Fey planet, which is, or the Fey world, which is, it's nice. It's for fairies and such. But I believe that a month here is a year there, and this has almost taken a month, which means it's almost been a year. Almost been a year since our last call. I did kind of leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger, I must admit, and I would have thought that she tried to call back, but maybe she just got busy. Yes, just got busy. I'm sure it's fine. Anyway, let's have a little bit of an overview. Well, disembodied voice, it looks like we've come to the end. That's right, we've come to the end of the process. We've got 4 more buildings done, and we still have like 11 to go. Oh, geez, we're gonna have to take our time getting the last couple done. Although one that's gonna take the least amount of change is probably Not So Evil Corp. I'll give it the basically the same as the Wool Factory, and giving it the block changes. Definitely change the blocks, but the insides will stay the same. Probably even the windows. We'll just change the top and the block usage on the outside. Either way, I do want to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of your friendly neighborhood noob community. Of course, I'm Cornelius the Wizard, and you have been watching me do this together. It's like my origin story, the Tales of the Wizard or whatever. Anywho, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your friends. Don't forget to see Spaghetti, and next time we'll be able to see Deirdre. Well, she's gonna come visit for a little bit. I'll just show her around or whatever. I might just let her explore, and I'll just, you know, wait for. I don't want to be intrusive, you know, or a bit of a creeper. So we'll see. Anywho, until next time.